So in life, I've come to realize through analyzing various mainstream artists that those who attain extreme industry success often have a purpose intertwined with their music or public persona. This purpose, or agenda we can call it, is typically a negative message, furthering you from your true self and leading you down a path of destruction. Now y'all familiar with the channel already know this because I talk about this all the time, but regardless, I'm gonna keep reminding y'all because y'all need to disconnect from the mainstream media. These entertainment industries oftentimes do not have your best interests at heart. They fill you up with meaningless, low-frequency content that keeps you distracted, leading to a state of mental conditioning where your true potential remains untouched. And that's exactly how the people in power want it. They keep their power by promoting us with idols whose lifestyle revolve around superficial pleasures, material possessions, a path that is filled with nothing but dissatisfaction, unfulfillment, and wanting more. True fulfillment stems from within, not outside. And today, I'll be introducing to you 3 rappers who, as popular and talented as they are, hide a hidden agenda in their music that, if followed by the listener, could result in serious consequences. I'm simply going to name the rapper, discuss the agenda that they advocate for or advocated for, and examine how it impacts the audience. And after that, I'll leave it to you to form your own opinion and conclusion about if they're really pushing this agenda. But understanding this topic, it's important to note that these artists aren't necessarily coerced into promoting certain agendas. Rather than, they often naturally align with this lifestyle. However, it's the industry and the machinery surrounding these artists that amplifies their message, leading to them being glorified by millions. So first rapper we're going to talk about is the most obvious, and that's Juice WRLD. While yes, he is incredibly talented, his music carried a hidden agenda. One that glorified the darker sides of life, particularly drugs and heartbreak. It's like he was painting a masterpiece of despair, all while hiding the true consequences behind these catchy beats and clever wordplay. Listen, this might hurt to hear, but I gotta be real with y'all. As much as people want to say Juice WRLD helped them, Juice WRLD saved my life, Juice WRLD didn't help anybody. Juice WRLD might have brought a sense of comfort to you and relatability with his problems, but he didn't offer no light at the end of the tunnel. He offered a couch you could sit on and sit in your misery. And it's not Juice WRLD's fault, he was just being himself, rapping what he really is going through. It's the machinery behind him. It's the way the industry saw him as a product. And look at him now, glorified by 12, 13, 14-year-olds all across the world. Juice WRLD will talk about addiction and how he's drowning in it. Sure, if you're an addict yourself, it's gonna feel relatable. You'll probably feel better that you're not alone. But what does it really do to help you? It, matter of fact, makes you more content with the problem. And if you think I'm being harsh, he's glorifying something that anybody around you could fall victim to idolizing. Juice WRLD was inspired by Future. Look what happened to Juice WRLD. How many people do you think Juice inspired, and how many people do you think died, man? It's crazy. And Future too is another pioneer of this drug agenda, but I'm gonna only focus on one artist per agenda. And the next agenda we're gonna call out for an artist pushing, it's a little unexpected. So let's get into it. We're gonna be talking about Drake. We know Drake came in the game and significantly altered the landscape of rap music forever, particularly how he portrays masculinity, and not necessarily for the better. Drake introduced a narrative that celebrates vulnerability and emotional expression in a way that can be seen as weakening traditional notions of masculinity. By him popularizing themes of heartbreak and sensitivity into the rap game, he inadvertently contributed to a culture where men are encouraged to be emotionally fragile rather than be resilient. And if you truly believe that there's nothing wrong with this, I respect your opinion, but please wake up, you are part of the problem. This shift has had a ripple effect beyond the realm of music. When men are depicted as emotionally fragile and weak, it can lead to a corresponding rise in expectation for a woman to embody traditional masculine traits, such as strength, assertiveness. This imbalance can contribute to a list of social issues going on in today's world, mainly anxiety and depression. We got men living in their feminine thinking they're not good enough, and women trying to play the dominant role. It is completely twisted and only getting worse. This sounds harsh, I know it's hard for people to hear that men should be men. People get very sensitive over this, but I'm really trying to help y'all. You are not Drake. You don't have a $200 million castle to go home to. If you want to show feminine tendencies, I'm just going to warn you, there's a high chance you're going to end up being a placeholder boyfriend who gets his heart broken. And then you're going to come to this realization. I'm trying to save you this now. If it upsets you, you can go on with your life acting like you do, but just be prepared, you might get thrown around. And that's only one part to weakening men, because there's another agenda that these rappers are pushing that effectively normalizes mental illness among the youth. And this final artist and agenda that I'm talking about Similar to Juice WRLD, crafting music that doesn't confront challenges, but rather embraces them, fostering a sense of acceptance and even contentment with their problems. Now, who that is XXXTentacion, a great artist. He definitely said some very wise things in his day, but man, it's essential to examine the message behind the melodies. X didn't just talk about mental health, he glamorized it. He almost romanticized about it, the struggle. Tracks like Sad, Jocelyn Flores, it didn't only showcase his raw talent, but it also served as anthems for those battling their own demons. However, while his vulnerability may have struck a chord with listeners, it's crucial to question whether his portrayal of mental illness was ultimately helpful for the youth. I remember being in 9th grade and I heard like the Question Mark album in 17 and I was like sad, bro. I had nothing to be sad about. But it's because when he was speaking his pain into those melodies, the audience it appealed to was the young generation, young teenagers. And this to yourself battling your demons ideology was new and interesting to a lot of them, to a point where it'd almost be viewed as cool and mysterious to be going through mental health problems. So yeah, while he was an amazing artist and definitely proved himself in the music industry, we can't overlook the potential ramifications that his message had. Glamorizing and bringing some sort of comfort to mental illness is only leaving people lost. And that's what all of these artists do. They tell you the problem with no solution, to leave you there content with where you are, as well as distract you and still fair into you. The music industry is evil and people have to wake up and realize this. And just understand that I'm trying to help y'all. The main message you should take away from this is you have to be mindful of what you give your energy to. When I tell you your higher self is with you right now, because all there really is the present moment, reality. And in this moment, there's a right and wrong way to move. It's crucial you choose the right path. You are capable of anything you put your mind to. It takes 21 days to make or break a habit. But this world around you, we know it's filled with negative energy and propaganda that is going to keep you farther and farther from your true self, more and more disconnected from the source. So it's a mission to stay present and connected with God. It all starts with discipline and what you feed your brain. Understand that your thoughts aren't you, your thoughts are simply a reflection of what you feed your brain. So what do you think that means? When you take care of your mind, you don't overstimulate yourself, you don't overindulge in pleasure, you will manifest a calmer mind, you will manifest a more thought out and strategic mindset. Although, vice versa, if you're scrolling on your phone all day, your mind will be hectic, fogged, filled with nonsense, and unable to compose a real game plan. And these artists are just playing as puppets to help keep you distracted. These artists program your brain through these agendas to glamorize a lifestyle that farthers you from God. Y'all gotta unplug from this and truly experience what life's about, and that's love. You know what the opposite of love is? Evil, fear. That's what this world is filled with. They don't want you to operate from your heart. They don't want everybody to do things out of love, because then they wouldn't be able to keep us controlled. Wake up from this illusion and really start maxing out your potential. And if you're lost and have any questions, reach out to me on my Discord. I'll answer you. I talk to everybody on my Discord. I have so many other artists I can add to this, but I'm gonna make this a multiple part series. For now though, y'all be cool, y'all be smooth. Most importantly, be patient, man. I got a second channel and I also have my social medias linked in the description. The biggest gem I said in this entire video is that the only thing that's truly real is the present moment right now. And your higher self is with you at all times. But so is your lower self, and it's a lot easier to listen to, bro. Man, stay locked in, y'all. I'll catch y'all.